Well, Prepper. Looks like we were right. It's hit the fan. So let's dive in and talk about it.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Hey everybody, well today I got the big camouflage screen up. Welcome, it is Memorial Day. First and foremost, this day is about honoring fallen comrades, fallen soldiers, fallen Americans who died securing our freedoms, our liberties, which we normally really think about on Independence Day, also known as 4th of July. Right? But there are many other days where we recognize freedom and honor those who have fought, like Veterans Day. There are, folks, many important holidays apart from Christmas and Easter. So this is an incredibly important day to me because I do think and reflect upon those who have given their lives for freedom and liberty to protect us, our American way, our rights. Folks, they're synonymous, freedom and rights. You can't have freedom without rights, and you can't have rights if you don't have any freedom. So this weekend, rather than spending a lot of time remembering, memorializing those who have fallen on Memorial Day, and taking a holiday, which is a secular holy day, to do so, we've been attacked all week long and up into this weekend by those who have chosen to exploit dead children, dead people, right? And we're not talking about veterans in this sense. Now we're talking about citizens. They're exploiting the death of citizens to push a political agenda of gun control. So Senator Ted Cruz, who I will admit is all over the place, so I'll quote him when he does something right? Ted Cruz, Senator Ted Cruz of Texas, said, quote, "We're not responding to tragedy by giving up our rights." Now, this is an important statement. Let's ask the question, because that's really a lot of what we do in our satirical discussions here, right? We question things, we ask questions, and I bring up statements, facts, history, and some opinion, of course, and then let you decide for yourself. And I ask that you do share these videos with others, because they may not be thinking the same way we do, because their thoughts are now controlled. They're censored, so they have less to think about. So if they don't put the energy into thinking for themselves, they're letting others think for them. So the quote, "We're not responding to tragedy by giving up rights." So I ask the question, since when is giving up a right the action that solves an unrelated problem? Unrelated problem is mental illness, the desire to kill others to satisfy some problem that a person is having. That's a strange problem to think that it's solved by killing others. Indeed, it's a serious mental illness. Is the answer to that to give up our rights, right? If you died of a heart attack, for example, do you outlaw telephones, which were a tool that are part of the life-saving response operation? Well, the phone is always part of a heart attack, right? Someone has a heart attack, you pick up the phone, you call an ambulance. So the phone is always part of a heart attack. So we get rid of it and then say, hey, there won't be a problem with heart attacks anymore because we got rid of the phone. Well, mass murderers have a mental problem. The gun is the response to the problem that helps solve the immediate issue. The same way a telephone is used in a heart attack to help solve the immediate issue. But the general mental health issue, that is what needs to be solved with these mass murderers. And you don't solve that problem by trying to remove the rights of others, especially that one right, that one tool that actually helps solve the problem, to end the serious part of the problem. Right? That's it. I mean, if people started using defibrillators, right, that thing they put on the heart, they like rub them together, they go clear and zap someone. If someone started using those to commit crimes, do we outlaw those? Well, hey, those actually save lives. But now that they're being used to take lives, do we get rid of them? Right? Do we need defibrillator control? Do they need to be locked in a safe, unplugged, uncharged, uncalibrated so they can't hurt anybody? No, 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 no. We got to keep them handy and available in those places where they're deemed appropriate. Yeah, there it is. This issue of guns and rights, etc., it is being taken off the hook. And we've seen this in Parkland down in Florida when they had that issue, up in Handy Sook when they had an issue. It was a big problem, folks, big problem, right? And right, we need to orient our minds to get a good perspective of this, right? You go to school, you get orientation, right? You go to work, you get orientation. Why aren't we being oriented to our rights? And by the way, I just conducted a serious test of the computer system to see what they think of my thoughts. Now, Fox News weighed in over our Memorial Day weekend, and one of the pundits on their television channel demanded gun control and called Republicans the party of egregious mass shootings and uncontrolled guns. So before I even get into what I wanted to talk about, this just occurred to me. Who is the party in charge? The Democrats. They have the White House, the House of Representatives, and the U.S. Senate. So they control both the White House and the legislature, the lawmaking and the law authorizing system we have here. So number one, folks, Fox is not a news channel. It's an opinion channel. It's certainly not fair and balanced, and it certainly is left-winged Democrat socialist trash, with the exception of, I think, Maria Bartiromo and Tucker Carlson. Now, number two, Democrats are the party of child grooming for sex. They're the party for genital mutilation. They're the party for killing babies. They're the party for stealing our money with government guns pointed at us. They're the party of destroying this beautiful nation, the United States of America. They're the party of being anti-American and all things that traditional America said was evil, meaning partisan politics. Right? They are the ones who divide and conquer. We just want our rights. But folks, that's what Fox News is starting to do. They're no longer fair and balanced. Where are you going to get, well, events discussed, talked about, and then sometimes, I don't know, opinions handed down and then told, you can think for yourself, right? That would be here in the Prepared Mind Network, whether we're on YouTube or you're watching on Patreon. And I really hope you join us on Patreon. It's a way to guerrilla fund freedom of speech, that other great right, which the Democrats are trying to dissolve. They're trying to dismantle it piece by piece. Well, if you can't say one word, you can't say another. And if knocking 2 or 3 words out of the shall we say, allowed or sanctioned language, then they can take all of them out. If they can prohibit one word, they can prohibit them all. And they've done this and continue doing this since forever, but especially since the advent of the concept known as political correctness. It is, right now, folks, politically correct. It is allowed to discuss guns and gun control. Pretty soon, they're going to take away our ability if they are allowed to continue. Right? If they take away the discussion of the Second Amendment, then it'll be easier for them to take away the Second Amendment itself. We need to be prepared, folks, up here. Certainly for SHTF, you need food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and I recommend following our website to find those things, thepreparedmind.club. Right? That's one part of being prepared. The other part is our heads. What is in your head, folks? Right? We should have holidays to honor those who served the country and us and our freedoms and liberties, and they protected our rights. Right? And for all other times, you need to be prepared up here, and we're going to help you do that. hey, chance favors the prepared mind, is yours. I'll be back. There'll be no live this evening. I've got some more to do on the last day of this Memorial Day weekend, but I'll be back bright and early. I've got another video coming up, but we'll be back bright and early, and the rest of the week is going to be, shall we say, action-packed in the world of SHTF. Things are changing. They're morphing. Once again, they want to make life confusing for us. Right? They want to keep us confused and off balance. Here on the Prepared Mind Network, you'll get balance. Right? They want to tip the scales, bam, slam it and knock us out of the atmosphere. We're going to balance that. Right? I'm not fair and I'm not balanced in any way other than I want to get my opinion out there and you weight it. Right? And that's the thing with balance, is how much weight do you give information? I give no weight to anything a Democrat says because they are not American. They're anti-American. And the fact that anti-American people are part of the government is sickening to me. And it becomes even more obvious and more disgusting to me on holidays when we're supposed to be honoring those who fought and died for this great nation, for our liberties, our freedoms, and our rights. God bless America. Semper Fi.